Good evening and welcome to Stoughton High School, where the Stoughton High Black Knights varsity boys basketball team will be taking on the Canton High Bulldogs. Stoughton comes into this game at 3-4, looking to snap a two-game losing streak. Canton, meanwhile, is 1-4, also riding a two-game losing streak. All right, starting lineups for tonight. Devin Foster, the freshman for Canton.
At forward, number 5, sophomore Tony Harris.
Tony Harris. These are your Canton Bulldogs starting lineups.
Number 3, senior Michael Harris.
Michael Harris, number 3.
At forward, number 33, senior Griffin Jerrier.
Griffin Jerrier, the senior.
At guard, number 2, senior captain Ben O'Neill.
And rounding out
Coach Ryan Gordon.
the starting five for Canton is Ben O'Neill.
Starting lineup.
All right, here's your Stoughton High Black Knights.
Sophomore Cam Andrews.
Cam Andrews, the sophomore.
At guard, number 12, sophomore Colin Sanda.
Colin Sanda, number 12,
At forward,
also a sophomore.
junior Cameron Gold.
Cameron Gomes, the junior, number 33.
At forward, number 21, junior captain Ryan Sullivan.
Ryan Sullivan, the junior. He's also a captain for the Black Knights.
At guard, number 11, senior captain Brandon Texas.
And your senior captain and leading scorer for the Black Knights, number 11, the senior guard, Brandon Texera. All right, we'll pause for the national anthem.
Remove your hats. Put your cell phones on silent. Please turn to the flag and join us as we welcome senior Katrina Joyce to sing the national anthem.
Katrina Joyce will perform the national anthem tonight. Nice job by senior Katrina Joyce for Stoughton singing the national anthem. The Black Knights at 3-4, looking to snap a two-game losing streak against rival Canton. I'm Jeffrey Pickett alongside Sean Ellertson here at Stoughton High School. CJ Mullen on camera, bringing you coverage of this Stoughton High boys basketball game. The Black Knights led by John Gallivan. Canton led by Ryan Gordy. Starting lineups, you have O'Neill, Harris, Foster, Harris, and Jerrier for Canton. Michael Harris and Tony Harris, senior and sophomore duo for the Bulldogs. And for Stoughton, you have two sophomores cracking the starting lineup. You have Cam Andrews and Colin Sanda, along with two juniors, Cameron Gomes and Ryan Sullivan, and a senior captain, Brandon Texera. Gomes will go to midcourt for the tip. And the tip goes to Stoughton, as that's Sullivan to Texera for two. Great hustle play right there by Ryan Sullivan, getting to Texera, who's flying towards the basket for the early lead for the Black Knights. It's 2-0. Inside, it looked like it might have been blocked. Texera with the rebound. Fast pace right here in the early going, as that's Sanda slowing things down. Gets it to Texera. Texera spots up for three. No good. Rebound goes to Canton. That was number 33, Jerrier. Inside to Harris. Harris, and the ball gets stuck. Got stuck in between the rim and the backboard, as it will be Stoughton ball. It's 2-0 early on, 7:15 left in the opening quarter. It will be Canton ball, Canton spots up for the jumper. No good, that was Texera with the rebound. O'Neal with the missed shot. Texera spots up for the jumper, no good. As Stoughton fights and maintains possession. That was Cam Gomes. Heads up play right there by the junior. Texera gets it inside to Gomes. And it's going to be Canton ball. Sanda with some tight defense right now on O'Neal. Gets it inside to Jerrier. Jerrier spots up for the jumper. That's good. It's 2-2, 6:48 left in the first quarter. Sanda bringing the ball across the half-court line for the Black Knights. Sanda now kicks it out to Sullivan, who's in the corner, to Texera, to Andrews. Andrews underneath the basket, an athletic move for the sophomore, and it's 4-2. Cam Andrews has shown that he can hit the outside shot this season. Does a nice job going inside there. O'Neal at the top of the key. Sanda with some good defense right there. It's Harris now for two, no good. Andrews with a rebound. Pushes up to Sullivan. Now to Texera. No good, rebound by Andrews.
Brandon Teixeira, as talented as he is, has a tendency to get a little shot happy. He's taken a couple of bad shots here early on in a very fast-paced game, but he'll definitely get his to fall as the game goes on.
He is Stoughton's leading scorer and has hit some very big shots this season already for the Black Knights in the early going. Sullivan will be inbounding, gets it to Sanda, now to Andrews. Andrews to Gomes inside, 25 on the shot clock, out to Texera for three, no good. Gomes trying to fight for the rebound, but he had a 2-on-1. Sullivan, though, with the steal underneath the hoop. Blocked away, though. Ryan Sullivan does an excellent job at hustle plays. That's not an official stat, but he probably leads Stoughton in that category. Texera, Sullivan now. Sanda back to Texera, now to Sanda again. Sullivan for three in the corner, no good. Texera, though, fights for the rebound and gets the putback. Brandon Texera gives Stoughton the 6-2 lead. 5:35 left to go in the opening quarter. Stoughton comes into this game averaging 60 points a game. Canton just 42. Texera running. He tries to get the pass to Sanda, but the ball goes out of bounds.
Good look right there from Brandon Teixeira, taking it coast to coast. Colin Sanda with a nice job of cutting to the basketball, just goes right through his hands, but Stoughton looks really, really strong here in the first 3 minutes of this game.
I like Stoughton going with the two sophomores. Young lineup here, a lot of energy. Stoughton's coming out strong so far as Canton cuts that lead to 6-4, cutting to the basket. 5 minutes left in the opening quarter. Sanda slows things down a bit, brings the ball across the half-court line. Gets it to Gomes. Gomes now to Texera, who's at the top of the key. deep three-pointer by Brandon Texera. That was wide right. Sullivan, though, tracks down the rebound. Gets it to Sanda. Inside to Gomes. Gomes looking for some contact, can't get it. Gets his own rebound, though. Now he draws the contact and he'll head to the line.
Nice shot by the big man, Cam Gomes, carving out space for himself. A nice move down there on the post, just couldn't get it to drop. And a nice job of crashing the offensive glass. Cam Gomes off to a really good start here for the Black Knights.
Gomes, listed at 6'3", is Stoughton's second tallest player. Jared Mara is the honors for the tallest Stoughton player at 6'4", on what you could say is an undersized Stoughton squad. It's been the case the last several years where the Black Knights have very good athletic rebounding guards, but they don't have a lot of height up front. Neither free throw goes in, and it's still 6-4. That's Foster now with the ball to Mon. Mon, shot no good. Gomes with the rebound. Texera pushes it for the Black Knights. In the corner for Cam Andrews. Cam Andrews' three is no good. Gomes, though, fighting for the rebound. And it's going to call the jump ball. Kind of had the ball there, Sean.
Yeah, I thought Cam Gomes got fouled right there. It looks as though number 3, one of the Harris brothers, had him around the neck, but they call it jump ball. Still Stoughton possession.
Tisdale checks in the game for Sanda. Tisdale's number 1 on the court. Kicked out to Cam Andrews, now to Sullivan inside to Tisdale, checked in. Drayton Tisdale's fouled. All right, inside to Gomes now. Gomes spots up for the jumper, it's waved off. Foul called.
Cam Gomes early, already getting to the line a lot for the Black Knights. This is already his 3rd time at the line, looking to convert this one.
He was 0 for 2 his first trip. Gomes dribbles. Another one. 0 for 3 so far. Gomes. He gets that one to go. 1 for 4 from the line in the early going. Stoughton has a 7-4 lead just past midway through the first quarter. Sullivan with the defense. Inside to Texera, that was Harris. He's going to draw some contact. That was Tisdale and Texera. They're going to give the foul to Texera. Again, Stoughton coming into this game with a 3-4 record against Canton's 1-4. And number 22, Jambunathan. He's a captain for the team. He's checked in and called for travel. So Bulldogs turn the ball over, and it's Stoughton's ball with Drayton Tisdale bringing the ball across the half-court line. Kicks it out to Marr, who's checked in. Marr cross court to Sullivan. Back to Marr. Marr, he's Stoughton's tallest player, but he does have an outside shot. Stoughton ball. Ball went out of bounds. It will remain in the Black Knights' possession. It will be Texera who will inbound it. Texera to Marr. Back to Texera for 3. High arcing shot, no good. Tisdale, though, athletic move for the rebound, gets it back to Tisdale. Gets it back to Texera. Cam Andrews trying to go to the hoop. He gets his second effort to go in. Cam Andrews gives Stoughton a 9-4 lead. He has 4 points in the early going, tied with Texera for the overall lead. Harris inside. He gets 2. It's 9-6 with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. It was Michael Harris. And it's Jared Marr for 3. It's 12-6. I just said on about a minute ago that Marr had the outside shot. It's on display right there. Jambunathan for 3. He answers Marr's. And a timeout by Canton. 12-9 as Canton has really picked up the pace of this game, kind of matching Stoughton now, Sean.
Yeah, both teams have really come out with a scorching, hot, fast pace. And both teams are connecting on shots early on. Stoughton's done a great job of crashing the offensive glass. You saw Drayton Tisdale with a great offensive rebound right there. So Stoughton looks pretty good. They're only up by 3, but so far a good start for the Black Knights.
Stoughton High cheerleaders right there. Girls are at every home basketball game and football game during the fall season. Stoughton breaks the huddle. You'll see Andrews, Tisdale, Texera, Marr, and Sullivan on the court for the Black Knights. It'll be Tisdale who gets the inbounds pass and brings the ball across the half-court line. To Andrews now. To Sullivan. Sullivan kicks it out to Texera, loses the ball, out of bounds. Canton ball. This is number 2, O'Neal, with the ball. And that's 24. Walter Mon with the shot, and it's good. Tisdale to Marr for 3. No good. Rebound Canton, now is Jambunathan. Harris now on the other end, 2 minutes left in the first quarter. O'Neal back to Harris. Mon to the basket. And he's going to fight for his rebound. Good hustle play right there. It was a good call for the travel, though. Tisdale and Mon going after that last rebound. 1 minute and 49 seconds left in the opening quarter. Game is tied at 12. Be Canton ball. Canton's on a mini 6-point run right now, tying this game. Sanda back in the game for the Black Knights. That shot attempt was waved off. It will be Black Knights balls, an off-ball foul called. Texera, Sanda, Sullivan, Tisdale, and Marr on the court for the Black Knights. That'll be Sanda controlling the ball. Tisdale had been controlling the ball when Sanda was on the bench. Sanda inside to Tisdale, and Tisdale whacks the ball off a Canton player. It will still be Stoughton possession. 15 seconds left on the shot clock, 1 minute and 10 seconds left in the quarter. Texera finds Sullivan open at the top of the key. Sullivan gets it inside, now back outside to Marr. Jared Marr with his second three-pointer of the first quarter. It gives Stoughton a 15-12 lead with under a minute to play in the first.
As you said, Jared Marr is the tallest guy in the court, but he's also got the best jumper on the court. Really smooth from outside. Jared Marr, really promising junior for the Black Knights.
That's Mon at the top of the key working his way inside. Kicks it out to O'Neal. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. 4, 3. Kicks out to Mon. Mon for 3, and he ties the game as the shot clock had about 1 second left on it. It's tied at 15, 25 seconds to go in the first quarter. Shot clock off as Sanda has the ball for the Black Knights. Hands it off to Sullivan. Sullivan, Texera. Now back to Sanda. Sullivan. Black Knights handing the ball off. Continue to hand the ball off. Marr in the corner for another 3. Oh, that went in and out. 3 seconds left. Ball's bouncing towards the Canton basket. And Texera blocks O'Neal as the clock expires in the first quarter. At the end of 1, Stoughton and Canton tied at 15. Let's go over those scoring leaders. For Stoughton, Brandon Texera has 4 points. Cam Andrews has 4 points. Jared Marr with 6. And Cam Gomes with 1. First quarter thoughts, Sean.
It's a very fast-paced first quarter on both sides, both teams running up and down the court. Little sloppy play at times, a couple of bad passes and deflections. But other than that, it was a clean game. Jared Mark hitting a couple of threes. Both teams loving the three ball here early on. And I expect that to continue throughout this entire game. It looks to be a very offensive game here between the Black Knights and the Bulldogs. Stone comes out here in the second quarter with Sanda, Andrews, Tisdale, Gomes, and Sullivan. So Teixeira and Meyer getting a rest. Ben O'Neill to Mon. Mon back to O'Neill to Jumbo Nathan. Back to O'Neill. Back to Jamie Nathan. He's going to shoot a 3. And he hits it. 18-15, Canton takes the lead. Colin Sanda running point for the Black Knights. Sanda and Tisdale run into each other a little bit. Sanda kicks it out to Tisdale. Tisdale looks to take his man off the dribble. Kicks to the corner for Gomes. Gomes back to Andrews for the tie. Andrews got it. Cam Andrews connects on a 3. He can shoot it like nobody else in the gym. And we're tied up at 18. Back to Jamie Nathan. Out to Mon. Mon to O'Neill. Back to Jamie Nathan. He's going to shoot same spot. Different result. Cam Andrews on the rebound. Andrews pushing it up. Now Andrews sets it back up. He gives it to Tisdale. Tisdale takes his man off the dribble to the basket. Gets blocked by Jamie Nathan to O'Neill. Looking for Mon. He'll take it to the basket, and he'll get stripped by Tisdale. And it'll be out of bounds. It looks as though Tisdale tried to make an effort to keep it in, but to no avail. Canton possession with 25 left on the shot clock. O'Neill will pass it in. To sophomore Tony Harris, to Gemma Nathan. To Mon. He'll shoot a 3. That's off. Rebounded by Ryan Sullivan. Sullivan gets it to Tisdale. Tisdale again to the basket, kicks it to Andrews, looking to keep it in, but was out of bounds. O'Neill brings it off to Mon. Across to Jamie Nathan, out to O'Neill, back to Jamie Nathan. He'll go down low to Harris, back to Mon, to O'Neill, back to Mon. To O'Neill. 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Good defense here by the Black Knights. Kicks out to O'Neill, he's asked to shoot it, he does, and he hits the 3.
This is kind of reminiscent of the last meeting, or the first meeting rather, last season between these two teams. Canton just shot the 3 over and over and over again, and they seem to be doing that tonight.
Sullivan looks to answer with a 3, can't do it. Rebounded by Canton. Jerrier on the rebound, and he gets to O'Neill. O'Neill to Jambu Nathan, nope. Jamon, and he'll hit a 2. All of a sudden, it's a 5-point game. Timeout, Galv.
Little 8-3 run right here by Canton to start the second quarter. Has Stoughton taking the timeout 2 minutes and 30 seconds into the quarter.
Yeah, not the greatest of starts for the Black Knights, falling down by 5 early on here in the second with a couple of threes, and then a 2 right there by Yohan Mon. Brandon Teixeira has checked back into the game for the Black Knights for Drayton Tisdale. Cam Gomes has it now. Gomes, and it is kicked right there by Tony Harris, but apparently there was a foul before the kick. And now Jared Meyer will come back in. Ryan Sullivan checks out. Jambu Nathan getting covered by Texera. Thomas being guarded by Sanda, and he traveled with it. Stoughton will get it back. Colin Sanda brings it across half. Gets a pick right there from Jared Meyer. Canton switches. Now it's into Cam Andrews into the corner. Nice crossover dribble by Cam Andrews. Takes to the basket and finishes. A nice move right there by the sophomore. O'Neal gets it across. It's a three-point game now. Texera all over Jambu Nathan to Harris, and Harris just runs over Cam Andrews, or Colin Sanda. No call, but it will be Stoughton ball.
Cam Andrews, look for him to continue to grow this year as just a sophomore, and kind of similar to Brandon Texera, senior captain, on the court. He was making contributions like that as a sophomore. Look where he is now.
Sanda kicks to Gomes. Gomes to the basket. And that rolls around the rim. Won't fall. Jambu Nathan comes back. 1-on-3. Euro step. And it's a charge. Colin Sanda takes the charge for the Black Knights. Going back to your point about Cam Andrews, he is a gun. He has 9 points. 1 on the 3 ball and a couple of nice moves to the basket. So definitely look for him to grow, as you said, Jeff, as Stoughton takes possession here with 4:15 left in the half. Sanda gets a pick this time from Gomes. Canton switches again. Out to the aforementioned Andrews. He'll shoot it, and he'll make it. Cam Andrews is lights out from the three-point line. He's got 12 of Stoughton's 23 points. Jambu Nathan gets to the freshman, Devin Foster. Down low to Harris. Nice spin move on Gomes. Can't finish. And Jerrier is there to clean up the mess, number 33. Colin Sanda gets it across half. 2-point game now. Sanda to the basket, he gets tied up. But they'll call it travel.
Canton's been blown out in almost every game that it's played this season. Well, it's 4 losses, I should say, this season. They have been blown out. But just something when these two teams meet up, they play these type of games. Still plenty of time left on the clock, though.
Jerry has it at the top of the key. Gets it to Foster. Foster, nice move right there. Pulls up. Can't hit it. Jambu Nathan gets it. He can't hit. Rebound to Shara. Tries to dribble through the traffic, loses it. Mad scramble for it. Teixeira comes up with it. And Teixeira eventually gets it out of the pile. Teixeira keeping his head down and turns it over again to Foster. Jerrier to Jambu Nathan. To Foster, back to Jerrier. Over, Meyer can't finish. Colin Sanda brings it across. Meyer in the corner again. Jared Meyer, nothing but net. Stoughton takes the lead, 26-25. 3 balls raining here early in the first half. Timeout, Canton. Stoughton has really shot the 3-ball well here in the first half. We've seen Meyer now hit a couple of threes. Andrews has a couple. And so what do you think of that? Should they continue with that strategy?
It's the shot's working. It's falling for them. They're getting good looks. Continue with what's working. And don't forget Brandon Texera, because he can hit the 3-ball as well. And if he starts getting hot, watch out. You can't defend that many players from beyond the arc.
Stoughton loves to spread it out here. Andrews leads the way with 12. Maher has 9. And they have done the bulk of the scoring here for the Black Knights in the first half.
In the early going, Cam Andrews with 12 points for Stoughton. Marr with 9.
Stoughton keeps the same 5 out there. 2:30 left here in the first half. Black Knights leading by 1. Freshman Foster dumps it off to Mon. In the corner to Jerrier. Out to Jambu Nathan. He pumps. Under pressure from Andrews. Back to Jerrier. Over the top. Nice spin move. But it will be a traveling violation on the sophomore Tony Harris. Ben O'Neill will check in for Foster. Saying a nice lob to Gomes. Big time contact as Jambu Nathan came in and tried to intercept it, and he's really shaken up on the play. But he will get called for the foul. And Cam Gomes will go back to the line here. He's 1 for 4 on the day so far. That is Jambu Nathan's second foul. Gomes hits the first half of the 1-1, 2-point game. Gomes. It hits the second after a kind bounce off the rim. 3-point Stoughton lead. O'Neill under pressure from Sanda. Kiss to the corner to Jerrier. To Jambu Nathan for the tie. That's off. Thomas can't grab the rebound. It's tipped out to O'Neill. And O'Neill will set it up again. To Jerrier. To Mon. To O'Neill. Jambu Nathan on the cut. Kicks to the corner to Thomas. Nothing but net right there from sophomore Tony Harris. Colin Sanda directing traffic. Tamar in the corner. Once again, Jared Marr's 4th 3-pointer of the first half. And he is on fire from the corner. He's hit 3 from each corner. Ken working it around. It's in the hands of O'Neill. He'll hit Harris. Harris way off. And Marr with the rebound. Out to Texera. Texera looking for the skip pass. It looked as though it got kicked off of number 33, Griffin Jerrier, but it will be Canton ball. Just under 1 minute left here in the first half. Stoughton has a 4-point lead. Ben O'Neill gets to Harris. Harris to Jerrier. O'Neill. Down to Harris. Harris gets his own rebound after the miss. Kicks out to Mon, who pump fakes, drives, kicks it out to Harris. Little jab step right there, drives baseline. And they'll call a foul on Jared Marr with 34.5 seconds to go here in the first half. Harris will check out for Jambu Nathan. That is Michael Harris, the senior captain. Ken gets it in, and we'll have a foul on Ken. Stoughton possession.
So 1.5 second difference between the game clock and the shot clock.
Colin Sanda gets it across half court. Looking for Gomes, couldn't get it to him, but now finds Marr. Marr, and it goes right through the hands of Cam Andrews. And now the shot clock will be turned off here with 20.3 left in the first half. Stoughton leads by 4. Ben O'Neill pushes it across half court. It finds Jerrier, hands it off to O'Neill. O'Neill has the big man Cam Gomes on him. Kicks to Jambu Nathan. That one is off. And Cam Gomes tried to grab it, went off of Brandon Texera. And it'll be Canton ball with 3.7 left. O'Neill can't find anyone. Finally gets it in, stolen by Texera. And And Cam Andrews can't get it off. It will be very, very late, so don't count the basket.
Just about a second late. Great move to the basket there, but Stoughton ending the half on an encouraging note, up 31-27. So, Sean, what are your first half keys? What have you been seeing out there so far?
I love what I'm seeing from the three ball from the Black Knights. They've been making it rain. Jared Mara has 4. Cam Andrews has 2 from behind the arc. And they have really carried the offense thus far, Maher and Andrews. Brandon Texera has really surprised me with his work on the glass today. Hasn't gotten his shots to fall. But Stoughton has done a nice job of rebounding. On the defensive end, they need to do a better job of closing out on their shooters, as Canton has also hit a bunch of triples in that first half. But other than that, Stoughton just kind of needs to slow it down a little bit, avoid some turnovers, and they should be able to come away with the win tonight.
All right, thanks, Sean. We'll be back for second half coverage here from the Stoughton High boys basketball game against Canton.
It'll be Stoughton's ball here to start the second half. Brandon Texera brings it in to Colin Sanda. And Sanda traveled. Early turnover here for the Black Knights. Ben O'Neill gets it in to Foster. Foster to Harris. Harris to his brother. Shoots over Texera, can't hit. Texera with the rebound. Brandon Texera to Cam Gomes in the corner. Out to Andrews, nice pump fake to the basket. Cam Andrews gets swallowed up right there by Michael Harris, the senior. O'Neill comes up with it. Out to Michael Harris again, back to O'Neill. And O'Neill could have traveled right there, no call. Harris, nice dish down low, and Jerrier will get fouled.
First half scoring for Stoughton, Cam Andrews and Jared Marr, both with 12 points apiece. Brandon Texera with 4, and Cam Gomes with 3. Look for Stoughton to try to get some more players involved on the stat sheet.
And 5-second violation. O'Neill couldn't find anyone that's open, and Stoughton takes possession. A couple of turnovers here early on for each side. Colin Sanda up top, gets to Andrews. Andrews down low to Sullivan. Sullivan gets trapped, gets out to Andrews. Out to Teixeira, 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Teixeira sets it up now with 10. Teixeira double team, step back. Tries to bank it in, won't go. Jerrier with the rebound, and he'll give it to O'Neill. O'Neill, nice crossover move on Colin Sanda. O'Neill to Harris. Harris to Foster. Foster to the basket, floater, kisses it off the glass and in. And it's now a 2-point game, 31-29. Colin Sanda hands off to Cam Gomes, tries to spin, gets trapped, looking to find someone, he does. It's Ryan Sullivan, he takes to the basket, can't hit. And Foster with the rebound. Foster brings it up. Kicks to the side to Jerrier. Jerrier to the basket, and he'll get fouled by Cam Gomes. He'll have a chance for 2 at the line. Jerrier at the line. First one misses. Gomes and Sullivan come out. Tisdale and Maher will check in. Jerrier hits the second. Colin Sanda gets 2 picks at the top. Sanda spins, goes to the basket, kicks it out to Andrews for 3. Off back iron, rebound to Ben O'Neill. Ben O'Neill to Harris. Harris drills the 3. Michael Harris puts Canton in front by 1 with that 3, 33-32. Sanda to the basket, pulls up, hits a nice 10-foot jumper. Colin Santa puts Stoughton right back in front. Harris traveled on the catch. Colin Santa brings it across half court. 5:15 left here in the third. To Teixeira in the corner. Brandon Teixeira splashes home with three, and Stoughton takes the three-point lead. Brandon Teixeira looking to get on track. He was cold in the first half, but hits his first shot here in the second. Harris has Meyer on him. Gets to Foster, pump fake. Now he pulls up from mid-range. Can't get it. Harris jumps right over Drayton Tisdale and gets two. Colin Santa hands it off to Brandon Teixeira. Teixeira to Andrews, directing traffic, skips it to Tisdale. Tisdale over to Sanda. Back to Teixeira, deep three. Nope. Tipped to Foster. Harris has in the corner. Tisdale on him, drives baseline. And it'll be a foul on Drayton Tisdale.
As we approach the midway mark in the third quarter, Canton has almost matched their season total in points. They only averaged 42 points a game heading into tonight.
Harris with the big offensive rebound, puts it up and in. Canton takes the lead by one. Tony Harris, the sophomore. Send it to Teixeira. Teixeira to Meyer. He's got a green light from three. Can't hit that one. Teixeira gets way up for the rebound. Brings out for his own three. Can't hit that one. Brandon Teixeira has been cold tonight for the Black Knights. Foster to Mon to O'Neal. Nice move right there by Harris. And Canton now has a three-point lead. Meyer, nice skip pass to Teixeira, and he gets it for two. Timeout Stoughton.
Four and a half minutes into this third quarter. Canton outscoring Stoughton this frame, 12-7.
Teams break the huddle here with 3:23 left. Canton Bulldogs on top of the Stoughton Black Knights, 39-38 here in Friday night basketball. Foster turns it over to Tisdale, jumps in front to cut it off. Andrews drives baseline to Sanda. Not close. Tisdale on the offensive rebound, and he will get fouled, and he will go to the line. Drayton Tisdale. Drayton Tisdale cannot hit his first free throw, and it remains a one-point Canton lead. Tisdale does hit the second, and he ties it up. Ben O'Neill dribbling up top. Good defense there by Colin Sanda. Gets to the senior captain, Harris, who kicks it out to Jambu Nathan. Harris to Harris. And there's a foul on Tisdale. As Tisdale was locked up right there with Michael Harris, the senior Harris. Harris can't hit a three. Two Canton Bulldogs right there on the offensive rebound. It's Jambu Nathan who gets it. Can't finish. Texera on the rebound. 1 versus 5. Texera, and no basket. Texera gets it into Sullivan. To Sanda, pulls up, gets swatted. Loose ball on the floor, and Jambu Nathan will come up with it, and he'll get a timeout called. Canton calls time here with 2:19 left in the third. Tie game 39-39. Both teams have gone ice cold here in the second half, Jeff. What would you do to solve that problem?
You said it, Sean, so the scoring has stopped over the last couple of minutes. Pace of the game has slowed down. It's become lots of scrums underneath the basket. Stoughton has to get back to finding that open look. You saw it. You went to Jared Marr in the first half for those three-pointers. You went to Cam Andrews, who had 12 first-half points, and he's scoreless here in the second half so far. So let's see if you can get Cam Andrews warmed up, back into the game. And defensively, though, Stoughton is doing a fairly good job on Canton at this point. Evenly matched game. It's going to come down to the small things. And one thing I'm a big stickler for is making your free throws down the stretch. And that's something that Stoughton was kind of metza in the first half.
Ben O'Neill brings it across half, gets to Jambu Nathan. Gets to the sophomore, Tony Harris. Back to O'Neill. O'Neill hands off to Jambu Nathan. Nice little jab step right there on Ryan Sullivan. Gets to O'Neill. Skips it down low. Foster to the basket, can't finish. Texera comes down with it, and he's on the fast break. Texera to Andrews. Thought about it. Andrews to the basket again. He'll get fouled. Jambu Nathan on the foul right there on Cam Andrews.
Andrews is such a good-looking dribble to the basket. It's just kind of like a step ahead of players that are a year or two older than him on the court. Hard to believe he's just a sophomore.
Yeah, very talented kid Cam Andrews is, as you mentioned, just a sophomore, and already a gifted scorer at the varsity level. And he'll shoot it, and he'll make it. Proving me right, Cam Andrews knocks down to 3. Stoughton back in the lead by 3. That's 5 threes for Cam Andrews. Sorry, 15 points for Cam Andrews. Texera to inbound. 1:22 left here in the third. Stoughton leads Canton 42-33. Colin Sanda to Ryan Sullivan. Sullivan puts on the deck, kicks it out to Andrews. Man in his face, can't hit it. Gomes fighting for it. Comes down to Jerrier, and he'll hand it off to O'Neill. O'Neill to Foster for 3 in the tie. Can't hit it. Texera again on the rebound. Texera, nice pass to Cam Andrews. Fights through the contact and gets 2. Cam Andrews has made it a 5-point game here for the Black Knights with 47 ticks left in the third. O'Neal to Foster, to Jerrier. Back to Foster. Nice cut right there. Can't finish. Jerrier had a wide open layup, couldn't hit it. Texera on the break. Gets the basket, and all of a sudden, it's a 7-point Stoughton lead, a 7-0 run here with under 20 seconds left in the third quarter. Texera again on the rebound. Texera with 15 left. Texera, corner. Andrews pumps, steps it back. Can't hit it. We'll have a foul on 24 on the block. Wanyan Man. Texera lobs it in to Andrews, to Sando. 5 seconds left. Back to Andrews. Andrews to Sanda. Sanda at the buzzer, can't hit it. Colin Sandy got a good look right there at the buzzer. Shot wouldn't fall, and we head to the fourth with Stoughton up 7, 46-39 over the Canton Bulldogs.
So we're here just before the start of the fourth quarter. Stoughton High boys basketball has a 7-point lead over Canton, closing out that third quarter strong. 7 straight points. It was just 39-39 with under 2 to play in that quarter. And some big shots by Stoughton, Cam Andrews in particular, helping the Black Knights with a little bit of a cushion here as Canton went ice cold down the stretch in the third. Stoughton enters this game with a 3-4 record. Canton at 1-4. Stoughton looking to get back to the 500 mark. Stoughton's goal is to make it back to the postseason. This is the type of game you must win if you're the Black Knights. Fourth quarter underway. That's a high arcing shot, no good. Texera with the rebound, but that ball's going nowhere. Picked up by Harris. And gets it to Foster. Inside to Harris. Good defense right there, and Sullivan trying to punch it away. Can't quite get the steal, but Cam Gomes comes up with the loose ball. Back to Sullivan. And called for the travel. Texera, Sanda, Andrews, Sullivan, and Gomes to start the fourth for the Black Knights. This is Mon with the ball now to O'Neal. O'Neal can't get it off the glass. No good. Gomes with the rebound. It's going to be a foul on Canton. That's a third foul for number 3, Michael Harris on the Bulldogs. Sanda bringing the ball across the half-court line to Gomes. Gomes back to Texera, moving to the basket, and Brandon Texera gives Stoughton a 9-point lead, 48-39, 6:50 left to go. And that's stolen away by Sullivan. Gets it to Andrews. Cam Andrews to the bucket. Canton now, fast break opportunity. O'Neal to Mon. Swatted away by Brandon Texera, ball out of bounds. Brandon Texera, he's in double figures tonight scoring-wise with 11, along with Cam Andrews and Jared Marr. Sullivan and Gomes check out of the game. Tisdale and the aforementioned Marr back in. Sanda tips it to himself. Turnover for the Bulldogs. Tisdale to Andrews. Andrews turns around. Turnaround Jay, and that's good. 50-39. Stoughton is opening up this game. Timeout on the floor.
This is my first time seeing Cam Andrews at the varsity level, and I'll tell you what, he's gotten a lot better since the last time I've seen him. When I last saw him, he was just a gunner, and now he has learned to put the ball on the deck and take it to the basket. Cam Andrews really becoming a very key player on this Stoughton team and one of the best players on the team.
Absolutely, and just seeing kind of the growth game to game. Saw him we filmed a game in Randolph in the finals of the Blue Devils Holiday Classic. And, you know, again, when you're that young, you are going to have highs and lows and improve game, you know, after game. It's still young in the season. I'm excited to see what a player of his caliber can do in February, you know, towards the end of the season is wrapping up, as Stoughton looks to be hoping to make a playoff push. You know, they haven't made the postseason since the 2011-2012 season, and the Black Knights, again, games like this are the ones that you must win in order to get to that 500 mark. So 6:15 left in the game. That's O'Neill with the ball. Now to Jambu Nathan. To Harris. Harris at the top of the key. Now to Mon. Mon working his way to the bucket. Marr with the rebound. Sanda gets it to Sullivan. Sullivan thought about three. Now passed it across court. Cam Andrews, 4-3. No good. That ball's going to go out of bounds on Marr. It will be Canton ball. .5:53 left in the game. Man inbounds it to number 2, O'Neill. Sanda with the defense. Now Tisdale. O'Neill gets it to Jambu Nathan for 3. No good. Canton's gone absolutely cold offensively. This game was tied at 39 with about 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Now Stoughton is up by 11 and in the bonus just about 2.5 minutes into this fourth.
Yeah, as you said, it tied, and now Stoughton's on an 11-0 run. They've really done it with defense, strong defense up top by Collins, Sanda, and a couple of misses from the Canton side on open buckets.
Brandon Texera hits the first free throw.
But it's also been the Cam Andrews show tonight. He just has that stroke where every time he puts it up, you think it's going to go in, and he's been the key tonight and here in the second half for the Black Knights and opening up this 12-point lead.
Texera. He hits both those free throws, and it's 52-39. Stoughton up by 13. 5:36 left to play in the fourth. That's O'Neill, guarded by Sando, brings the ball across the half-court line. Mon runs into his own player. 20 seconds left on the shot clock. 5-second violation. It'll be Stoughton ball. Sanda to Texera. Ooh. Texera called for the travel. More importantly, though, awkwardly slipping like that, doesn't appear like he tweaked anything. That's those off-the-ball injuries that can really devastate a team. Nothing there apparent there, though, for Texera. That's Harris at the top of the key. That 3 was short. Jambu Nathan, though, tracking down the rebound. He's thinking about a 3 of his own, but he's well guarded by Marr. Picked off by Texera. And he stepped out of bounds. All right, 52-39, 4:53 left in the fourth. After Texera picked off the pass, stepped out of bounds on the sideline, though, on his way to the bucket, so it will be Canton ball. And that's Harris with the possession, now to O'Neill. Back inside, that's Jerrier, and Jerrier breaks the scoreless streak for the Bulldogs. It's 52-41. That snaps a 13-0 run for Stoughton. Tisdale gets the inbounds pass for the Black Knights. He came close to traveling there as he tripped up, but Stoughton still has a possession. That's picked off by Jerrier. Canton steps in front of the pass, but Tisdale does a nice job recovering on the other end of the court. And he's going to make Jerrier earn the points.
Just as you said, Drayton Tisdale commits the turnover and then hustles back on defense. A good foul right there. Make Jerrier earn it at the line.
Jerrier, he scored all of Canton's points so far in this fourth quarter, and it's been just 3. Game not over yet, though. 52-43, 9-point game. Couple turnovers or big shots by Canton, and this game could turn. Right now, Stoughton would not like to see that happen. They'd like to add to their lead on this possession. Timeout Stoughton, as that was Sanda well guarded in front of his own bench. So Gallivan will bring the troops over. Strategize with 21 seconds left on the shot clock. There's 4:09 left on the game clock. Stoughton is in the bonus, something to keep in mind down the stretch. All right, so the teams will come out of the timeout now. Stoughton up by 9, 52-43. On the court for Stoughton, Tisdale, Andrews, Sanda, Texera, and Marr. Texera will be the inbounder. Gets it inside to Marr. Marr, back to Texera to Marr. Sanda now, 15 seconds left on the shot clock. O'Neal's on Sanda. Puts up the shot. Colin Sanda for 2. Sophomore adds 2 more to Stoughton's lead. It's 54-43. 3:45 left in this game. That's Harris. Faked. Instead goes to the basket. He answers. 54-45. Andrews inbounds it. Texera parts the defenders right there, trying to go coast to coast, and will draw some contact. Brandon Texera held to just 4 points in the first half, goes to the free throw line with 9 in the second half, so he has 13 overall. Andrews leads Stoughton with 19. 7 in the second half, he had 12 in the first half. All right, that second free throw by Texera is good. 55-45, Stoughton up by double digits with 3.5 to go. O'Neal bringing the ball up, gets it to Mon. Mon trying to go to the hoop. No good, Texera with the rebound. Kicks it out to Sanda. Sanda back to Texera for 3. No good, but Sanda fighting for the rebound. Can't get it, that's Jerrier for the Bulldogs to O'Neal. O'Neal back to Harris. Harris for 3. And that's number 5, Tony Harris, for 3. That's a big shot right there to make it just a 7-point game. Nice move right there by Texera. Kicks it out to Marr. Marr can't answer, but Texera tracks down the rebound. Fresh shot clock for Stoughton. Sanda, 2:45 left in the game. He controls the ball, gets it to Cam Andrews. Andrews inside to Tisdale. Tisdale gets fouled. He'll go to the line, looking to increase Stoughton's lead.
Smart play there by Brandon Texera after pulls down the board. Doesn't go right up with it. Instead, sets it up. Takes even more time on the clock. And so with good ball movement to get Drayton Tisdale out the line for 2 should be easy points.
All right, Tisdale makes the first, 56-48. And Drayton Tisdale misses that one. He's 2 for 4 from the line tonight. Marr, though, comes up with a loose ball. Hands it off to Texera. Texera for 2. No good. Trying for his own rebound, but Harris is going to come away with it. Gets it to O'Neal. 2:20 left in the game. Canton down by 8. Big possession right here for the Bulldogs. That's Harris for 3. No good. Sanda ahead to Andrews. Andrews wide open. Easy lay-in right there for the sophomore. Stoughton back up by 10, 58-48. 2 minutes left to play. 21 now for Andrews after that lay-in. Harris, 10 seconds left on the shot clock, trying to work his way towards the basket. No good. Jerrier's going to track down the rebound, though. He's double covered. He steps out of bounds, though. Texera and Tisdale give them the assist right there for helping knock Jerrier out of bounds. They had some tight defense on the Bulldogs right there. Texera will bring the ball up court for the Black Knights. He goes coast to coast for the easy lay-in, 60-48. Stoughton up with 1:30 left in this game.
Pretty move right there by Brandon Texera. Fakes the pass out to the three and just scoops it in for the easy layup. Texera making it look very, very easy.
He gets the rebound on the other end of the court. Again, Stoughton has good rebounding guards, and they have for quite some time. Brandon Texera, no exception. Andrews now making his defender slip. He's going to be called, push-off is going to be called on Canton. Stoughton's in the bonus. Andrews will make his way to the line. There's exactly 1 minute left in this game. And for Stoughton right now, it's just all about smart basketball. Hit these free throws. Nothing overly aggressive on the defensive end. Andrews misses that first one. A real couple turning points. The big one, obviously, is that 13-point run Stoughton makes at the end of the third and the beginning of the fourth as Andrews makes that. The other big turning point is when Stoughton's up 55-48. They come up with some big shots. They're on a mini 6-0 run right now to open this game back up again. Canton looked like it could have clawed its way back. Not so. So with 44.4 seconds left, Canton hits a bucket, calls a timeout, 61-50. But impressed with Stoughton's ability to kind of shut Canton down, shut them off, not let them completely back into the game even as they cut the deficit back to, or the Stoughton lead rather, just to 7.
Yeah, Canton, as you said, coming in wasn't a good offensive team to begin with, so something to mention there. But they did a good job early on getting some nice open looks, knocking down their shots, and then the second half, Stoughton really turned up the defensive pressure, as you mentioned, on that 13-0 run. And when it was 55-49, Stoughton really put it away with that little 6-0 run right there. And now with 45 seconds left, Stoughton, as you said, needs to play smart basketball, no turnovers, and this win should be theirs.
Stoughton looking to snap a 2-game losing streak. They're 3-4 entering the game today. Coming back on the court after the timeout, Texera, Marr, Andrews, Tisdale, and Sanda for the Black Knights. Stoughton will be inbounding. That's Sanda, gets it to Tisdale. To Andrews, they break the press. Gives them the ability to slow it down, and Cam Andrews and his 22 points will go to the line. Looking to add to that total. 38.3 seconds left. The first one's in. And both free throws are good by Cam Andrews. It's 63-50, 24 points for Andrews. That's Jambu Nathan for a deep three, no good. Texera for the rebound. Shot clock off. See if Canton lets Stoughton dribble out this victory as the Black Knights lead by 13. Texera with the ball. Andrews now, as the Knights continue to dribble it out. That's Sanda. Under 10 seconds to play. Texera. And with 2-1, and that's the game. Stoughton goes on for the 63-50 win over the Canton Bulldogs. The Stoughton High boys basketball team improving to 4-4 on the season, getting back to the 500 mark. The key in this game, no doubt, was that 13-0 run at the end of the third and the beginning of the fourth, where Stoughton turned a 39 game into a 52-39 lead. And they went on from there, and solid game for the Black Knights. You play, for me, the play of Cam Andrews just sticks out. 24 points, Sean.
Yeah, as you said, Cam Andrews was really, really solid tonight. Hit it, banged home a couple threes. Had 12 in the first, 12 in the second half. Really didn't fall off with this production at all. And Brandon Texera really came alive in the second half. He had 12 in the second half, finished with 16, and easily had at least 15 rebounds. Both of those guys really carried the Black Knights tonight.
And also important in that first half, Jared Marr hit 4 3-pointers. He's the tallest guy in the team, but he has outside range. So for Sean Ellerton, I'm Jeffrey Pickett. Thanks to CJ Mullen for recording this game. You just watched the Stoughton High boys basketball team defeat the Canton Bulldogs 63-50 here at Stoughton High School. You've been watching Stoughton Media Access.